Hi, I'm Cora. 5 years ago, I married Jake, and we have two beautiful kids, Lily, who's 4, and Max, who's 2. Life was pretty great until Jake's mother, Linda, decided she knew how to raise my children better than I did. Cora, sweetie, are you sure Lily should be eating that? Linda's voice dripped with concern as she watched my daughter bite into a peanut butter sandwich. It's just a sandwich, Linda. She's not allergic to anything, I said, keeping my tone even. But the sugar content in that bread and processed peanut butter? You really should make your own. I made all of Jake's food from scratch. Jake looked up from his phone. Mom, Cora's doing fine. The kids are healthy. I'm just trying to help, dear. You know, when you were little— Mom, please, Jake interrupted. This happened every Sunday dinner, every single one. 2 months later, things got worse. You're letting Max watch television? Linda gasped, clutching her chest dramatically. Screen time before age 5 causes developmental delays. I read an article. It's educational programming, Linda. 30 minutes a day. Well, I certainly never let Jake watch TV at that age. Look how successful he turned out. Jake worked in accounting. He was fine, but Linda acted like he'd cured cancer. The criticism never stopped. My kids' bedtime was too late. I dressed them wrong. I wasn't strict enough. I was too strict. I worked part-time instead of staying home. Nothing I did was right. Jake, you need to talk to your mother, I told him one evening after she'd spent an hour lecturing me about Lily's preschool choice. She means well, Cora. Just ignore it. Ignore it? She's constantly undermining me in front of our children. She raised me by herself after Dad died. She's just trying to help. Help would be respecting my choices. This is criticism disguised as concern. Give her a break, okay? She's lonely. That's not my problem to fix by letting her insult me weekly. I started limiting visits, once a month instead of weekly. Linda noticed immediately. Why are you keeping my grandchildren from me? She demanded over the phone. I'm not keeping them from you, Linda. We're just busy. Busy? Too busy for family? Is this because I've offered some helpful suggestions? Your suggestions feel like attacks, Linda. She hung up on me. The next Sunday, Jake insisted we go to her house. I reluctantly agreed. Linda opened the door with a tight smile. Cora, how kind of you to finally bring my grandchildren. Hi, Linda, I said, ushering the kids inside. During lunch, my sister Sarah called. Hey, can I stop by later? I'm in the neighborhood. Actually, we're at Linda's. Come by here if you want. Oh, good luck with that, Sarah laughed. When Sarah arrived, she found me in the kitchen while Linda entertained the kids. You look stressed, Sarah observed. Linda's been extra critical today. I'm about done. What's she saying now? That I'm raising them wrong, basically. That I'm too soft, too distracted, too working mother-ish. We heard Linda's voice from the living room, louder than normal. Sarah and I moved closer to the doorway. Your mommy doesn't know what she's doing, sweetheart, Linda was saying to Lily. But Grandma does. Maybe you should come stay with Grandma more often. Would you like that? Away from all Mommy's mistakes? My blood ran cold. Grandma, I like being with Mommy, Lily said, confused. I know you do, darling, but Mommy makes poor choices. Daddy should have married someone more capable. Sarah grabbed my arm. Did she just— Yeah, I said, my voice shaking. She did. I stormed into the living room. Linda, can I talk to you? Kitchen? Now. She followed, smiling innocently. Yes, dear? What did you just say to my daughter? I'm sure I don't know what you mean. I heard you. Sarah heard you. You told Lily I make mistakes, that I'm not capable. You're being dramatic, Cora. I was just chatting with my granddaughter. You were poisoning her against me. Jake appeared in the doorway. What's going on? Your mother was telling Lily that I'm a bad mother. I did no such thing, Linda protested. Jake, your wife is being hysterical again. See? This is exactly what I mean about her temperament. Her temperament? I nearly screamed. Jake, I heard her. Sarah heard her. Sarah nodded. She absolutely said those things, Jake. I heard it myself. Jake looked at his mother. Mom? Did you say that? I may have expressed some concerns about Cora's parenting style, but only out of love for the children. Expressed concerns to my 4-year-old daughter? I was shaking now. That's not concern, Linda. That's manipulation. How dare you? I would never— We're leaving, I announced, grabbing my purse. Sarah, can you help me get the kids? We packed up quickly while Linda hovered, protesting. Jake stood frozen, clearly torn. In the car, Jake tried to smooth things over. Maybe you misunderstood. I didn't misunderstand anything, Jake. Your mother tried to turn our daughter against me. That's a line you don't cross. She's just old and set in her ways. That's your excuse for everything she does. The next day, Sarah came over with coffee. So, how are you holding up? I'm done, Sarah. Completely done. No more visits. Good. You shouldn't have to put up with that. My phone buzzed. Linda had sent 15 text messages. I read them aloud to Sarah. You're overreacting. I only want what's best. You're keeping my grandchildren hostage. Jake agrees with me. You've always been too sensitive. This is elder abuse. Elder abuse? Sarah snorted. She's 62 and healthy, and apparently delusional. Over the next week, Linda's messages escalated. Then packages started arriving, parenting books with passive-aggressive notes. Thought this might help. Love, Linda. Jake remained useless. Just talk to her, Cora. No, she needs to apologize first. A real apology. She's not going to do that. Then I guess she won't see the kids. 2 weeks later, my neighbor, Mrs. Chen, knocked on my door. Cora, I need to tell you something. That older woman who comes around sometimes? My mother-in-law? She was here yesterday when you were at work. She tried to convince your babysitter to let her take the kids. Said you given permission. My heart stopped. What? The babysitter called me because she wasn't sure. I told her not to let anyone take the children without calling you first. Mrs. Chen, thank you. Thank you so much. I called the babysitter immediately. Emma, did Linda try to take my kids? Yes, I'm so sorry. I should have called you. She said it was a surprise for you, that she'd cleared it with Jake. It's okay, Emma. You did the right thing not letting her. From now on, Linda is not allowed near my children. Period. Should I call the police if she comes back? Absolutely. Don't hesitate. That evening, I confronted Jake. Your mother tried to take our children without permission. His face went pale. What? She showed up at our house, told the babysitter I'd approved it, and tried to leave with Lily and Max. That can't be right. Maybe she just wanted to surprise you. By lying to our babysitter and trying to take our children? Jake, wake up. This isn't normal. Okay. I'll talk to her. No, I'm done with talking. This is serious, Jake. She attempted to take our children without our consent. That's attempted kidnapping. Don't you think that's extreme? What would you call it? She lied to gain access to our children and tried to remove them from our home without permission. How is that not kidnapping? His face crumbled. God, you're right. I insisted Jake arrange a meeting at our house. Linda arrived looking smug, like she'd already won. So you've finally come to your senses, she said, sitting on our couch. Linda, you tried to take my children without permission. Explain yourself. I was being spontaneous. Grandmas are allowed to surprise their grandchildren. By lying to the babysitter? I didn't lie. I said Jake knew. I assumed he'd approve. You assumed wrong, Jake said quietly. Linda's face hardened. Jake, are you taking her side? There's no side, Mom. You can't just take the kids. I'm their grandmother. I have rights. You have the right to see them when their parents approve, I said firmly. And right now, I don't approve. This is ridiculous. You're being controlling and manipulative. No, Linda. You're the one who's manipulative. You undermine my parenting constantly. You talked badly about me to Lily, and you tried to take my children without consent. Those are the facts. I was trying to help. You're clearly overwhelmed and making poor decisions. Stop. Right there. My voice was ice. I am not overwhelmed. I am not making poor decisions. I am raising my children the way I choose to raise them, and you have no say in that. Jake, are you going to let her talk to me this way? Jake took a deep breath. Mom, Cora's right. You've crossed lines. Multiple lines. I can't believe this. After everything I've done for you, Jake. I raised you alone after your father died. I sacrificed everything. That doesn't give you the right to disrespect my wife or try to take our children. But I gave up my career for you. I devoted my entire life to raising you properly. And I'm grateful, Mom. But that doesn't mean I owe you control over my family. Linda stood up, her face red. Fine. If this is how it's going to be, then fine. But mark my words, Cora. You're going to ruin those children, and when you do, don't come crying to me. I won't, I said calmly, because we won't be seeing you anymore. You can't keep me from my grandchildren. I'll get a lawyer. I'll sue for grandparents' rights. In this state, you'd need to prove we're unfit parents. Good luck with that. She moved toward me aggressively. You think you're so smart? You think you've won? Jake stepped between us. Mom, you need to leave. Get out of my way, Jake. Mom! She shoved him aside and grabbed my arm, squeezing hard. You're going to regret this, you little... Jake pulled her back. Mom, stop! Sarah, who'd been watching from the doorway, had her phone out. I recorded all of that, by the way. Linda's eyes widened. You can't! That's illegal! Actually, it's not. This is a one-party consent state, Sarah said. And you just assaulted Cora. I barely touched her. I rubbed my arm where red marks were forming. You grabbed me hard enough to leave bruises. This is entrapment. You planned this. We asked you here to talk. You chose violence, I said. The next morning, I filed a police report. Officer Martinez took my statement. So your mother-in-law grabbed you during an argument about your children? Yes, and there's video evidence. Plus, she'd previously attempted to take my children without permission. Do you want to press charges? Yes, and I want a restraining order. Jake sat beside me, looking miserable but supportive. I can't believe it came to this. Your mother chose this, Jake, not me. Officer Martinez nodded. I'll need to see the video evidence and get statements from witnesses. Sarah provided the video. The babysitter confirmed Linda's attempted kidnapping. Mrs. Chen corroborated the story. The restraining order was granted within a week. Linda wasn't allowed within 500 feet of our home or the kids' schools. She tried calling Jake repeatedly. He finally answered on speakerphone so I could hear. Jake, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean any of it. Let me see the kids. I'm their grandmother. You assaulted my wife, Mom. You tried to take our children without permission. Those aren't small mistakes. I was just upset. I lost my temper. It won't happen again. You're right, it won't. Because we're done. You can't mean that. Jake, I'm your mother. Doesn't that mean anything? It used to. But Cora and my kids come first. Always. Please, Jake, please. I'll do anything. I'll apologize to Cora properly. I'll go to therapy. Just don't cut me out. I took the phone. Linda, listen carefully. Your apology means nothing. You've spent years disrespecting me, undermining me, and trying to turn my children against me. Then you tried to take them without permission. Then you physically assaulted me. There's no coming back from that. But family respects boundaries. Family doesn't assault people. You're not welcome in our lives anymore. You're poison, Cora! You've turned my son against me! No, Linda. You did that yourself. Goodbye. I hung up and blocked her number. 3 months later, Linda was convicted of simple assault and received probation. The judge made the restraining order permanent. Sarah came over for coffee one afternoon. How are you feeling about everything? Honestly, relieved. The kids are happier. Jake and I are stronger. We should have set boundaries years ago. Linda made her choices. You protected your family. She did. And I'm done feeling guilty about protecting my family. Have you heard anything from her lately? Her sister keeps trying to reach out. Apparently, Linda's telling everyone I'm keeping Jake and the kids hostage. Of course she is. She can't accept responsibility. Let her think whatever she wants. My kids come first. Jake walked in with the kids. Mommy, we made pictures at school. Lily handed me a crayon drawing of our family. See? This is us. We're happy. We are happy, baby. Very happy. Teacher said families love each other, Max added. That's right, and we protect each other too. My phone buzzed with a message from Linda's sister. Linda asked me to tell you she's sorry. Can we talk? I deleted it without responding. More attempts at contact? Jake asked. Yep, deleted. Good. Want to grab dinner tonight? Just the four of us? Perfect. Some people never learn that actions have consequences. Linda thought she could control our lives and face no repercussions. She was wrong. Setting boundaries isn't cruel, it's necessary. And sometimes cutting toxic people out, even family, is the healthiest choice you can make. Have you ever had to cut off a toxic family member to protect your own family? What was your breaking point? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life stories.